Go live. So I'm hitting it. There we go. Hi, everybody. This is Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. If any of you are even here yet, because I know the difference in time. My brain isn't working right now. Excuse me. I was trying to get on StreamYard and it would not let me log in. I was like, let me log in. I'm going to be late. So,
I was in right away. So I'm super happy about that. Let me go ahead and turn my volume down. There we go. Volume down.
I don't even know where mine's at. There we go. Up a little on mine. There. I think that's perfect. So, welcome everybody tonight, and welcome to my guest, Amber from Fostering Crochet. I am so excited to have you here.
I'm actually super excited to be here.
Well, awesome. That's good. It's always good when we're both excited. For anybody who happened to see my video I put up today, I am running high on steroids. So I have been like over the top for the last 2 days.
I actually did see your video today, so yeah.
I was like, I'm not usually this giddy when I start off, which was nice. It felt great, but it would be nice to feel that way all the time. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen. So I was going to put my hair down. So
I keep getting a whole bunch of notifications. I tried turning them down.
Oh, that's okay. Shows we have 2 people here. So, as usual, and like almost everybody does, when you come in, please tell us what is on your hook and what you are drinking for tonight. So, also, I got my
grape Kool-Aid.
Grape Kool-Aid. I love grape Kool-Aid. So
I'm telling you, so when I was a kid, my brother liked orange Kool-Aid and I liked grape Kool-Aid. And you would think that I would be done with that, right? Like I wouldn't like Kool-Aid anymore. I'm 50, almost 4 years old, and grape is still my favorite. It's been 50 dang years. I hate saying 50 years, but it's been 50 dang years.
Well, I'm 52, so I'll be 53 this Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and I still love my grape Kool-Aid. So, oh my gosh.
Grape Kool-Aid is always my number one favorite too. Grape popsicles, grape almost anything. Yeah. And so that's why I have my grape G2. My husband knows if he gets me grape, it's always the right choice. So there's a couple other flavors that I like, but our stores like stopped carrying them along the way. So sometimes I get grape and that's it. And I'm like,
what is wrong with that? No, you can't stop. All right, so I'm copying this real quick and I'm going to post it on my page. So give me a second.
Okay.
I know, I'm telling you.
So again, everybody, as you come in, make sure you tell us what's on your hook and what you're drinking tonight. I forgot to even put what I'm making up here on my lap. I did show it earlier. I have not had a chance to work on it again today. I ended up with a full day. But I did just get my thank you notes written. Well, my congrat notes that I put in the prizes that I have to go out. So those of you expecting prizes from me, hopefully they will be out within the next couple days. Because I have my scale right here. I'm going to go on, what is it, Pirate Ship to get my postage tonight.
Hi, Lisa.
And then it just has to do with if I can figure out how to get the post office to come and pick them up from here, or I have to wait until the day that my husband can take them. So, which, by the way, he happens to be home tonight. Normally, he's not home when I do my lives. And I didn't know he was going to be home when we set this one up. But so if anybody hears anything in the background, or if he corrects me if I say something wrong, which is something he's used to doing, just know that it's him. So.
Okay.
If I can't find a word and he knows what I'm thinking of, he will chime in and tell me. So.
Homespun yarn Mexicana. Love the Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, I had somebody who drank Mountain Dew every single day. They couldn't have enough of it. They loved it so much.
Lisa says, hello, be right back. I'm making a bagel for my kid. Yum. I love bagels.
No.
And then Lisa, hello, I'm crocheting a lapgan with homespun yarn. Cool. I've never used
Okay,
it
you
yet.
got it.
So I think I need to go make sure I have all my, I'm listening. I'm here. I think
Okay.
it's on the top chat and not all chat in,
Oh, I'm actually on Top Chat. Let me go live. I forgot, you guys. I'm a dweeb. Margaret, they didn't put you on Top Chat. That is wrong. I see you now, girlfriend.
so yeah, I need to get that fixed here really quick because I only saw 2 comments there, so I don't know.
I got you. I got Christina too. Hey, girlfriend. How do you make a what? You're making a men's shirt? What the heck? That's awesome. That is so cool. I am super glad that you were all here. We got 7 thumbs up already. Can you believe that?
Wow.
That's
See, I don't even,
amazing.
I
That
usually
is so
don't,
cool.
I don't usually look at my YouTube as I'm doing StreamYard, so I don't see all that stuff
Uh-huh.
until later.
Yeah, I always have both open. So I have a one that I'm recording on or going live with, and then I, of course, have the YouTube open so I can see all of the comments. Because you know me, I love talking. And if you've
Okay.
ever been to one of
Well,
my videos, I have the comment section videos. I
mhm.
love doing that video. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Well, see,
One of my
with
favorites.
StreamYard, when you set everything up through StreamYard, I see all the comments on StreamYard. So that's why I only have
Oh,
StreamYard open. So, hi, Margaret G. How are you doing? And hi, Christina Love All. She's the one doing the men's sleep shirt out of cotton bamboo. Oh, that sounds amazing.
yeah. Kathy,
And
how are
hi,
you
Kathy
doing?
Hacker. How are you doing tonight?
I so love that little emoji. That thing is cute. That little yarn ball. How'd you do that? I
Who has the
don't
yarn
know if
ball?
I could do it. Right next to Kathy's just says hello, ladies, and there's like a little pink yarn ball.
That's a picture of
That's
her
not a
face.
yarn ball?
No, it's a face.
Oh my good gracious. Let me put my glasses on. It looks like a yarn ball to me.
It's a smiley, somebody
No,
smiling. It's a picture.
I'm
Oh,
telling you, on my
it's
end, it
real.
looks like a yarn ball.
Oh my goodness. I'm looking at her icon and you're looking at the emoji.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness. This
You're
is
so
going to be a fun
funny.
night. This is going to be a fun night. This is what I have on my hook. It is the start of my daughter's birthday gift that I have to get my button gear for because her birthday's the 30th. So,
Uh-oh.
and
Yeah, Liz.
this is gonna be Mew. If you guys know your I can't think now. Your Pokemon. Her favorite Pokemon character is
Oh.
Mew. So
Yeah.
this is going to be Mew.
Oh,
So I can't wait because it's gonna be like a 8-inch Mew. It's gonna be a decent size.
yeah.
And I'm used to making the smaller ones, like the little 6 inches. So it'll be a couple inches bigger than what I'm used to making. So.
Okay, I think I'm settled. I'm so sorry.
Everybody's saying, yeah, it looks like a yarn ball. Yes, it is a yarn ball. I was looking
It
at
was
her icon.
the wrong picture. I am so if everybody knows me, you know how much super saver I have. So I'm actually using all of my super saver to make amigurumis. So I'm
I
using my
love your
green.
piece. I love
Yeah,
your
I
piece.
know. So I have I'm trying to finish it up. This one ball of super saver with pea pods, and then this other one will be the peas. So I've got 4 pods already made, and I
Wow.
think this thing's gonna make 2 more pods. I'm done.
Now I tend to use Joanne's brand,
Yeah.
which I'm not gonna remember the name. I've been doing that a lot lately, and I don't have a label out here. But I just got done making this basket.
Yeah.
6 strands. It is huge. And I still have a small cake of each color left.
Wow. You try to
After
get rid of
making,
yarn, it doesn't go anywhere.
after making this. So I figure I'll make maybe a small one to go with it. Because this was
Yeah.
supposed to be smaller for my yarn balls.
Uh-huh.
but then I decided I have to move things in and out of this room when my daughter or anybody comes over to visit and we have dinner, or something. So I was like, my project bags need to go in here more than my yarn bags right now.
Yeah, that's funny. No, I don't care if anybody comes over. They can see all my yarn. My yarn is everywhere. It is in every room of my house, everywhere.
I need it so they have room to sit.
Oh,
because it's on the love seat
chair
next to where I'm sitting here. So I have to move it off of there so they have a place to sit down. So yeah, I kind of have to move that.
So I wanted to say hey to Ray's Yarn Addiction. I'm not really sure if I'm subscribed to you or not, but I wrote you down so I could double check. Okay?
Yep. Hi, Ray's Yarn Addiction. And yes, I was talking about Big Twist.
I haven't gone to Joann's in a really, really long time. Michael's is actually, so I have a Michael's, a Joann's, and a Hobby Lobby all next to each other. So, wow. Oh my gosh, I want to say hello to Daniel. How are you doing, Daniel?
Who am I missing now? Which? I don't know everybody by their regular name. Where's Daniel?
The paw ply guys.
I just saw you. I didn't see them on here. I'm like, where's Daniel? I'm like, it's got to be the paw ply guys, but I don't see them on here. Oh my goodness. This is going to be my night to just faint because I'm sitting here with you and now the paw ply guys are in my chat and I'm just like, oh my goodness.
They are super awesome. Daniel and Ash and little Oslo. So they're really awesome.
Yes, yeah. I do. I have watched them and I have kept up. Not as much as I would like to, but I do because I love playing at dyeing yarn.
Yes, so. I want to try it, but I haven't even gone there yet. I don't want to. I'm not ready for that.
I don't have it in here, or I would show you the last ones that I did. They're in the other room, but I do use the Kool-Aid and the stuff that you don't ruin your pants with. The paste, the cake decorating.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm thinking of. Food coloring paste. See, I tell you, my brain is really bad right now because it does not want to pick up anything. But I just posted pictures. I did that summit last week. I don't know how many people knew about Crochetpreneurs Business Academy Summit. That it was a 5-day free summit. It's my second year doing it. Somebody
talking about it. Yeah,
somebody on who talked about doing yarn dyeing this year. Everybody is like, well, we've never had anybody on here before who did yarn dyeing, and everybody just loved it, and she talked about the acid dyes and stuff, and I brought up Kool-Aid, and then she was like, oh, I want to see. So I had to post all the pictures for her of, I think I've dyed 4 different ones so far.
Yeah, so I have 2. I already used them, but I have received 2 I got from Crystal at Bag O' Day paw ply yarns. So they were really, really nice to use. I got a beautiful green, and then I got, I think, a pink and yellow one. I can't remember, but I made a little shawlette with it. So those were really nice. And I am dying laughing because of Margaret's comment. She dyed her hair once.
I tried dyeing my hair once and it was a disaster, so I never tried dyeing it. It's very much different, let me tell you. Let me see. Little Crafty Bits came in and said, hello, AJ, Amber, and everyone in the chat. Hello, how are you tonight?
Tiffany's awesome.
Yeah, I am very bad at knowing people's regular names. It's one of my things. It takes me a while before I learn them. So yeah, my subscribers know. I'm sorry. It just takes me a while. So Margaret G, I've used Kool-Aid before too. It's interesting to use. Yeah. I'm trying to learn the different ways you can use it. So far I've done the dip dyeing is what I've done on the ones that I've done so far. And it's really cool because like I did not like the color I got the first time, because the first yarn I dyed went to make a present for my mom, and then the second one went for my dad, and hers was way too bright, and I was trying to get like a teal green. So I asked Rebecca from Chemnitz, I'm like, please help me. And she's like, well, try over dyeing with this. And I was like, okay. So I did that and it came out looking
nice. Tell you something. I love Rebecca from Ken Knits.
Isn't
I
she
love
awesome?
her. I'm telling you, she is awesome. I watch all of her videos. I really want to learn to dye. And Daniel, if you want to put some dyeing videos out too, you could, so we can watch them. I've seen a couple of them that you do, but you don't do it very often. So that would be super
Yeah.
fun.
I've been watching Rebecca's who got me started in wanting to try. And the first time I tried was with that Kool-Aid kit that she had that came out with Knit Crate.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the pandemic. And then I bought
Bye.
one of the companies that she purchases from was having a big sale. So I bought some bear yarn and I only use it very sparingly. So I did those, and then I had gotten a mango orange flavor of Kool-Aid, and it's got that really cool yellowy orange color. So I made
Yes.
one of those, and that was
Uh-huh.
perfect. My favorite color is yellow, and my friend was like, "That is you in yarn." So
Yeah.
oh, that was sweet of her. So
That's awesome, Daniel.
yeah. So let me see, where am I behind? Oh, but then I made some purples because my niece was not my niece, my cousin's daughter. I never know if that's my second cousin, my cousin once removed, whatever. But my
Look,
cousin's daughter started knitting, so I dyed her some yarn for her graduation gift. So I
yeah, I
was,
know I did the first cousin thing. Says my mother's maiden name is Rodriguez. I swear to you, I know the fourth and fifth ones. I don't know if they're removed or not, but I know them all. So, and Daniel, I will definitely look forward to seeing your yarn videos because they are a
okay.
lot of fun to watch.
So Christine, oh, I did read Christina. She's be lurking by all. Um
Cynthia,
Here, I forget that I can do this. There. Ball pie guys. I plan on doing some more. There we go. Raise
me
yarn
too,
addiction.
baby. Oh my gosh, me too.
Little crafty bits. I'm not bad. Been dealing with a horrible allergy attack for the last 3 days. Oh no, but it's finally starting to work itself out, I think. Raise yarn addiction. I got a Knit Crate dyeing kit that I did with my daughter. It was fun. They used the Jacquard acid dye. Oh,
I
she
know.
got the one. Okay, you got the ones that Rebecca made to teach you how to dye with the acid. That's cool.
Yes.
I'd like to get those some. And Margaret, first cousin once removed. Your children would be the second cousin. Okay,
Gotcha.
thank you. Like I said, I've
Gotcha.
never understood how to do that. I'm just like, they're my cousin. They came from my cousin. They're my cousin.
That's exactly what I say. They're cousins. They're just cousins. They're just cousins. There's just lots of cousins.
Yeah, I
So,
grew up, my family, my dad has a pretty big size family. My mom does too. But on my mom's side, I grew up my entire life, everybody was my aunt and uncle. And it wasn't until I
yeah.
actually got in high school that I realized they were like my great aunts and uncles, and,
Mhm.
the difference. And that means that was grandma's sister and not my mom's, because I was like, well, I knew they weren't my mom's sister, but I was like, okay, but we still call them aunt and uncle. So I just always thought great aunt and uncles were called aunt and uncle. So,
Yeah, for sure. We've actually had cousins that were so much older than we were that we actually called them aunts, but they were really cousins. But
mhm.
because they were the same age as the aunts, they just all got put in a pile of aunts. So, uncles, we don't treat our uncles that way, but our aunts we definitely do.
Yeah.
We are family. Pretty, pretty. That's what Ray
You
would
must
say.
be seeing the things before I do.
I guess I do. Yeah.
This is kind of cool because I'm used to reading them all. So, hey.
Oh, what? Your guests never see them?
No, they see them, but
Oh,
most of the time they'll react to them, but usually after the other person. But I have no problem with it
I
because I go
can't
on
help it.
it's fine because I go on other people's as a guest and I do the same thing. So
Yeah,
I have no
because
issue with it. I'm just saying
awesome. That's awesome because one of my favorite parts about going live is the people who join us through the comments.
uh-huh.
And it's really one of my favorites because they don't have to be here
Exactly.
watching
Exactly.
us. I
You
mean,
know, you were saying earlier that you like your comment videos that you make.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, would you be upset if somebody else started taping those as well? Like if I started doing that with mine?
Okay, you've got to be out of your mind because you think I was the first person that did that.
I
I
don't know if
wasn't.
you were or not, but I was
I
going to ask because you're the first
wasn't.
person that I've seen who's done it. So, I mean, I don't always get a lot of comments, but I had just did my 1 year live, and it was just out of the blue that I did it. And I had a lot of people in there. Then I've gotten so many comments. I mean, I sit and I cry and bawl because I'm reading some of these comments, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe. And then I'm like, oh, okay.
I tell you, that's exactly why you should do it because it's not. What I tell people is if you see somebody do something and you think it's a great idea, I don't think it's stealing so much as drawing inspiration from each other. I'm telling
Mhm.
you, this community, if you have ever, and I'm talking to all you people who are commenting right now, I love you, Spring. I'm sorry, I
Hi,
just had to say that real
Spring.
quick.
Good to see you. I love her too. She
I,
actually came to one of my crochet with me's, and I've got to talk with her in person. So that was
that is so
amazing.
awesome. Um, but we all inspire each other, and I think that we draw inspiration. And I would love to see somebody else read their comments because I get so enthusiastic. You guys don't see the comments that I don't read. I am bawling laughing because they're just so funny and inspirational and hysterical. And I would love to see other people do that too. Absolutely, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Which,
I definitely
while
wasn't the
I'm
first.
thinking of it, to remind you guys, I do have a crochet with me that I do. I have to do it on Facebook in order to, for everybody to see each other.
Oh.
If it grows more, it'll end up on Zoom. But so far it's just whenever I feel like it. This last week has been so busy for me. I try to schedule one every week. I didn't get one scheduled this last week. But some nights I'll just put in there, in an hour I'm going to do a live with me because I need companionship tonight. I need to
Yeah.
have people. So, and I have a couple people who, if they can, they'll be there. Kay's Crochet Haven, she's there lots of times. Spring came on this last time. Donna, I can't think of what her name is right now because she's the other way around. I met her first and then learned her screen name. So she's there. My friend Nadine comes when she can. She's hoping to get a channel up someday. So it's just a lot of fun. And it's really cool because I just found out that one of the designers that I love to follow, she does the same thing on Friday nights. She's been putting it in the newsletters, and I never knew that that's what that was.
So
And
what is that on? What is that on? What platform?
I do mine on Facebook. I have a Facebook
Oh,
group, and so you have to
yeah,
be part of the group.
yeah,
And then I can open a room for the people in the group anytime I want to. She
yeah.
does hers on
Excuse me.
oh, why am I not going to think of it? You have to give me a minute. My brain
It's all good. I was thinking
says
of
I'll
doing
be there when
something
I
like
can.
that, but just with Zoom. I don't know how much it
Yeah.
costs, but I was thinking about opening a Zoom and having people
You
just
can
come and hang
have
out.
a free Zoom, and then you can read the difference between the free and I have a free Zoom.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but you can read the difference between if when you need to start paying for it if you go past the limits of the free one.
Have you seen me talk?
So,
I'm definitely going past the limits. I mean, that's for
but yeah,
sure.
mine's free. So Little Crafty Bits, that's really cool. AJ sent it, is very fun. Where does she do hers from? Oh, what's it called? It should be right on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it.
Oh, you
I know
do
where to
spray? Okay.
find it on my phone. Google. There's a program on Google that she does hers through.
Oh,
And
okay.
Google Studio, or I can't remember what she called it, but she does hers on Google.
Yeah. Now I have to look it all up.
So that's why I was like, I know I should know that word.
Create rooms and okay, Google. All right. Sounds good. I'll do
Oh,
it.
Sorry, I
Yes,
got
here's
message
us
too,
with the
and there was
gift of
something he
gab.
wanted to
Oh
be
my
here.
gosh.
So, Spring says, I have a free Zoom also.
Mm-hmm.
Spring says, LOL, right on. Cheers to us that have the gift of gab. Yes.
No, it's
That
super
is so
awesome.
true.
I wish I could go live more often. Not live because I don't go live. I've never been live on my own channel. I wish I could post more because I can talk, but I got a full-time job, lots of kids, and stuff to do. And I love, love, love crocheting. I could crochet all day. I don't even need to talk to people. I
Do
could just
you
crochet.
really? Do you really? And what about yarn? Tell me what you think about yarn.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
What do you mean? I could talk
What?
about yarn all day long.
I know. That's why I was asking. Tell me what you think about yarn. You can talk about it. You can smell it.
Hey, I smell it. I'm telling you, even like yarn that I've had for a long time, I will pick it up and just put it right to my nose. I
I
have
love
no
watching
idea.
you. I just love watching you with your yarn.
I don't even know why I do that. I have no idea.
I never
Oh,
thought of
Margaret,
smelling yarn until I watched Bag O' Day. And
you
now
didn't
I'm
smell.
like,
Oh,
I mean, I smelled when I got my first wool yarn because I
yeah.
never
Oh,
knew
yeah.
the difference. And when I got my first wool yarn, I was like, oh my goodness. And at
It
first
smells
it
so
was a
good.
little much for me. But
Oh,
then it was, I don't know if I just got some that was just really potent, but it was like really to me. But my cat with wool yarn goes into my cabinet that has closed doors because
oh.
my cat just wants to roll all over in it. He's like,
It
if
was
I can get on the
superwash,
floor,
Marina.
I don't know if it was
Superwash almost has.
it was
I'm just.
100%
It's like
superwash,
it has a bleachy kind of smell. I don't know how to explain it.
but no, I love the smell of wool. So
Yeah,
now,
it's
but it
good.
was just I wasn't hadn't smelled it before and I wasn't expecting,
For 30
so
minutes. So,
I think it
and
was
plus
out of my
the.
knit crate. I think it was the first yarn I got from Knit Crate
Mm.
and it had been in the box for, however long it had been in there, but after the air got to it for a little bit, then I was just like, "Ooh, I like that."
Good
But my
stuff.
cat was already trying to pull it out so he could roll all over on it. And I was like, "No, no, that's mama's yarn. Go away."
My cats don't play with my yarn. My yarn is always up unless a ball drops on the ground. I keep the cats away from them. Um, but yeah, my favorite is Superwash Merino. Is probably my favorite yarn.
Like I said, he loves the smell
Mm-hmm.
of wool. So he always gets attracted if I open up wool. But he
Mm-hmm.
does like to play with it. He's not, one of those cats who's all over. He was at first when we first got him, he'd run the house and do all that. But now, if I'm crocheting, sometimes he'll inch up next to me and then all of a sudden he'll like grab and then I'm like,
Oh
no.
yeah, that definitely does
And
happen.
and he's okay if I tell him no, give him a little. I let him. There's so many people who say don't let them have yarn because then they'll try and get at yours. I let him
Oh,
have it, and if I let him have his own little yarn ball, he leaves mine alone. And then every once in
really?
a while, he will let me know that he's ready to have more because that's when he will sit and keep playing with me and he won't leave. And he did that when I was working on the basket. So I said, "You need yarn." I got a little ball and I threw it over, and he went over and he played. And he was like, "That's all I wanted, Mama. Thank you."
Yeah, I actually make cat toys and put 'cause I have a whole big thing of catnip that I put it inside. Yeah. And they look at it. Lisa, yes, she is my little helper. Debbie, how are you doing?
Raise yarn, add baby's alpaca. You know what? It may have had alpaca in it because although that was before Knit Crate, it was before COVID. So it may not have had the baby alpaca in it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that cat would still be alive today.
Oh, that's because I feel alpaca. Got it now.
No, I'm nice. I would have just,
When I had a
yeah.
cat who chewed through a project that I left out. Oh no.
I know. That's so terrible.
Now mine has never done that. He will sit and
Mine
play at
doesn't
the
either.
yarn, but he has never
Yeah.
pulled anything out or tried chewing the yarn. Uh That's Nightbot. Don't want to read Nightbot. Ambi. Hello, Ambi Hello from my creative corner of creation. I love when you say that. Everybody, welcome in Ambi. Tomorrow night, you will be able to see me and Ambi and Kay from Kay's Crochet Haven for our second night of our collaboration. So, our second
Awesome.
collaboration night. It's on my channel this time. So, that's cool. That's our new thing. We just started 2 weeks ago on Kay's channel. Margaret, my dogs just want to lay on all my projects.
I get it. I know. I don't have dogs though, so
That's yeah. I keep mine in the bag so the cats can't. But if I had a wool one out, Halford would be all over it, just laying
yeah.
all over it. So I'm surprised my little
Hi,
co-host hasn't come over here yet tonight.
I'm
Hello,
discombobulated. There we go.
Sally. How are you tonight? So
I love the emojis.
so tell me, how did you get started with your channel? I would love to know.
Oh my God, this is the fourth one. Because I am, and one of the things I had to learn was about me being a perfectionist. I wanted to do it right. It had to be perfect. Oh my gosh, and so this is my fourth iteration of my channel. And I started it last year, right before I moved from Florida to Iowa. And you know what? I've watched everybody's channel, and you know what I like about them? They're just themselves. They're just honestly just themselves. And I thought, well, if they're not going to like me for myself, then that's okay. I'll just start the channel. I'll just be myself. I don't have to be perfect. I'll just do it. But the reason I started it is because I really liked the community after watching their. I'm going to say something kind of political here. There is no goddamn garbage on the yarn community. There's no
That's
garbage
true.
here. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. No garbage. Okay. And I was like, I'm going to stay here for a while. And then I was on there and I just decided I have nobody else to talk to about yarn. Nobody's excited about it like me. And it's
Yeah.
so funny because I'll make a project and I will, because I had 4 children at the house. My 2 older ones are gone. But when they were all 4 at the house, I would say, okay, I finished a project. I just need you. Ooh and ah, and then you can go on about your life. And so I would hold up my project and they go, ooh, ah. I'm like, okay, you can go now.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and so that I would just, you know what, I just decided to do it. And because my brother, because I have younger brothers, so one of my brothers said, you need to go on there because you have the gift of gab and you can talk all day long, especially if you love something. And I'm like, oh, hey, yeah. So I love my kids. I love yarn. There you go.
And it shows very much. Margaret, I was making an Afghan with Bernat blanket yarn, and my little dog has taken it over since the beginning. It is one expensive dog blanket. Wow.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
I can
No
see that.
doubt.
Oh my goodness. Ambi Craft, we've had different cats throughout the years. One cat had scratched a
Ooh.
hole in an Afghan my Nana made me. Oh no, I would
Oh
be very sad with
no.
that. And Ray's says that's kind of what I want my channel to be. Look at what I can do, Stuart from the Mad TV.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, well, I started mine because, well, we have a lot more of your people on here tonight. So I started
Okay.
mine, which is good. Great. I mean, I didn't want that to come out the wrong way. Some of you don't know
They're
my story.
yarn people.
Some of you don't know my story is what I meant.
Oh.
I started my channel because I'm disabled and basically lonely.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my husband has to work, 2 jobs sometimes to help us with the bills with my being disabled, and I can't get disability. And yes, we've gone the whole route. So I've done it all. I know some people try to be nice and tell me, well, try this, try that. We've run the gamut.
Yeah.
But I was tired of being home alone. And I
Yeah.
had wanted to start something like my chat with me, and I've been with the Yarny community and I loved it. So I thought, I might
Oh,
as well start on YouTube and see what happens. So
absolutely. That's what you should do. My computer. I'm trying to get my computer situated so I can read the comments all the way. Oh shit, I can't.
that's fine.
All right. Well, you're just gonna have to deal with this angle.
I
Sorry.
know the feeling of wanting people to care about your crafting.
It,
Yeah, and with that, like my husband, I could ask him, and he's like, I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever when he looks at my stuff. And I
yeah.
actually told my friend last night, I asked him a question on something that I was making, and he actually answered me back and told me his opinion. I was like, oh my goodness, this was the
Thank
first
you.
time. I was like, thank you so much. I needed an opinion right then, and he gave it to me, and I was like, awesome. I was so excited.
Yeah, spring. That's awesome.
I just wanted to teach those who need it explained from an ADHD dyslexic mind. That's
Yeah,
cool. You know,
that is awesome. Hi,
a lot of
Rebecca.
us. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca is from my real life, I guess I should say. I was like, you should
Uh-huh.
come on and see my life tonight. Um, but anyway, everybody who, especially who has issues and stuff, like I have my chronic pain and stuff, there's always people out there who are crafting who have the same deals. There's people out there who do everything who have the same issues. So like when I was
Yeah.
reading my comments and crying the other night, other people who are like, I'm also disabled, thank you for helping me with this, or or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm just on here being me, you know and I would just start crying because that's all I am. And that's what I said I would be when I came on. I didn't want to be fake. I didn't want to act like somebody else. I didn't, I just wanted to come on and be me. So, and some people are like, well, you either have to have a yarn channel or
Or
you have to have a vlog channel, or you can have one of each. And I was like, no, I can have one channel and I can do what I want to on it and be me.
yeah, for
So
sure. No,
that's what
it's
I
awesome.
decided.
I love it. I love the
So,
outlet. I love that we can talk to each other, be honest with each other. Margaret, I totally get it.
my
Sometimes you
husband
don't
was
agree.
like giving me
You're just
his
like,
opinion
oh,
on my
whatever.
project. I don't always agree, but I like his honesty.
Whatever. Yeah, so I
Oh,
don't
that's not
talk
good. I
often
meant to.
about my children, but the reason my name is Fostering Crochet is because I fostered children for many, many years and then adopted 4 of them out of the foster care system. And though I do not do fostering anymore, it's still a huge part of my life. I have foster children. I've fostered, they're 29 now. And I talk to every single one of them, even though they haven't been in my house in 10, 11 years. So
I
I
get it.
still am with them. I'm still
I get it.
there. Yeah. And it's just one of I never knew how much joy I would get out of it. And
Mhm.
I'm very, very happy and like I said, I don't share it often, but when I do, people relate or they don't, but it's something else I could share, and I don't have to make a separate channel. You know,
Right.
it's all of me in one place, and you guys get to see all of that, just
Right.
like you, all in one place,
Right.
so they can see all of you.
Right. Thank you, Spring. She said, I'm so glad you are you because it's way too hard to be someone else. LOL, you are
Absolutely.
loved. Thank you
Yep.
so much, Spring.
Mhm.
Um, I felt even closer to you. I had already felt close to you when I first started watching your channel, but when I
Yeah.
read your description and you were talking about fostering and then you adopted 4 children, our daughter
Yeah.
is adopted.
Yeah.
We were only able to adopt one,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't foster, but I couldn't I had issues. I got PCOD, which is polycystic ovarian disease, and plus with being HIV positive and everything, it was just like adoption was our better option.
Yeah.
And we were very lucky because as far as we know, we may have been the first family in our state to have actually had one person who was HIV positive that was able to adopt. So,
Is
and I
there
know there's been more since then, but that was
oh,
back.
okay.
That was 25
Good.
years ago because she's going to be 25 years old this year.
Oh
So,
my God. I gotta tell you, one of the things that really get me upset, and I don't know if you've ever been, So first of all, I don't care if they say, "Oh, you're not the, do you know their real mom?" I know who I am, so that statement right there never has bothered me because I know who I am
Right.
to that child. What bothers me is, oh, they're adopted. Oh.
Yes,
Like
that
I can't
bothers
love
me.
my child as much as you love your child because you actually came out of your body. I don't think so. I love that child. She is my whole world. My
As
whole world. And you can't tell me that you love your child more than I love my child.
no,
That's what gets me. That's what
yeah.
gets, I'm getting mad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Ray's Yarn Addiction says, I think all of you wonderful people who go live are so brave and love how comfortable you are with yourself. Thank you, Ray. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I can remember I used to tell my daughter because she knew from as old as she could understand that she was adopted. We have a
Yeah.
picture up on the wall with the judge who, the day that everything was formalized, picture with the judge, my parents, our pastor,
Yeah.
everybody who was there to support us with him holding the baby and then, well, the
Aw.
baby with him holding her and Bob and I were down in front. And I've always told her, you may not have grown in my stomach, but you grew in my heart.
Absolutely. I
So,
tell them all the time. Hi, Donna. I'm
hi,
happy you caught this
Donna.
live too.
Virtual
Yeah.
hugs. Hi, AJ and Amber. I'm so glad I caught your live. Thank you for being here. But yeah, and that
Well,
stigma, I mean, because when I got sick, the first two words out of my mom, and I usually don't bring up my family,
yeah.
but this is kind of goes with this. Her first two things was, oh my goodness, you'll never get married and you'll never have kids. And you got to
How
realize
awful is that?
this was back early 90s when I found out, and I was probably had been since the late 80s,
Yeah.
just out of high school, unfortunately. And she was
Oh,
just like, those were the first two things that she said. And then it made me think, oh my goodness, and I went and I wrote a journal entry about the person who, unfortunately, how I came into this
yeah.
having it, because I don't talk about that either, but wrote about how, oh my goodness, you killed my babies,
Yeah.
messed up
Well,
my
you
life.
were a young person. I mean, of
Right.
course.
But then I went on from there, and I met my husband, and then everybody treated him, what he didn't like, as a saint, because here he is,
I
somebody who's
know.
not positive, and he decided that he would go, that he loved
Like
me,
he's
he wanted
making a
to get
sacrifice
married,
or something. Like that's
and
ridiculous.
yeah, everybody looked at it like he was making a major sacrifice to marry me. And
So
it was like,
dumb.
no, he loves me. I love him. Although now, we joke and say, we're crazy and we were crazy because we married each other. And I'm almost surprised he didn't chime in and said, no, I shouldn't, but that's just joking. And I'm sure he wants
Yeah.
everybody to know that, he wouldn't want to do
Hmm.
that right now because not everybody would understand that. But, we just loved each other,
Yeah.
you know,
Of course.
so hi again, Rebecca. I don't know if you saw before that I said hi when you came in. So hi again. Or if more people are still saying hi. Um,
That
Spring, oh
was
my
pretty
gosh,
loud.
how horrible. Yeah. I actually had a friend tell me the other day that I should sit down and write a book about my life.
I heard you. You said that. Hmm.
And I'm just like going, I don't know how to do that. I forgot that I mentioned it on a live or on a video, but I
Yeah.
was just like, wow, I never thought of doing that.
Hmm.
I guess she does little novella things or something for, I'm not going to think of the name of it, on Amazon, the
The
where you get your
Audible.
books. Audible.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I can teach you how to do this and you can write about your life. She said, I bet you there would be a lot of people who would read it. And I'm just
That would
like,
be awesome.
I'm like, no, I don't think I can do that.
Rebecca,
So,
that's awesome. So as far
Amber,
as the foster care system goes, there are some horror stories, but there's some really good stories, and I hope that mine is a really, really good one. I think because I went into it wanting to, because I heard in Saw many families have more than one or two kids, and they were separated. They were separated, got adopted by different families. So I went into it with I only want to deal with families. I want to keep them together. So 3 of my
Right.
children are all biologically related. They're all related. So I
Well,
just
that's
took the whole
great.
family and yeah, so it was good. And the stigma and all that other stuff, it's just I'm not a saint for fostering kids. I just did it. I mean, that's we're not saints. We just did it.
Mhm.
You didn't rescue that child. You loved that child. You raised that child. That child's your child. It's not some, I don't know, thing that you think you had to prove to somebody to do. I just
Right.
I get upset when
Right.
people say that.
I was meant to be a mother, and it just happened that
Yes,
I was able to be one. So,
right.
Lisa, I have a bunch of extra kids. They started out friends of my 5 kids. Some lived with us for different amounts of time or just hung out a lot at our house, but they called me mom and I talk to them still. That's the same with my
That
parents.
is
Um,
awesome.
my brother's friends and stuff called my dad OMG or OMD,
Yeah.
old man Don, because his name was Don, and they call him, they talk to him and they call him dad,
Yeah.
you know, some of my friends did, but my daughter, she had 3 other friends. We called them the Four Musketeers. And we
Oh,
knew all of their parents, they knew us, and we always knew that if one was at the other parent's house, you
yeah.
know, they'd call them mom, they'd call them, dad, and they would all be family. And we knew that they were being treated like family no matter,
Yeah. And they're
which
watching out
house
for your
they were
kids,
at.
yeah, for sure.
Right. And we had a time when our daughter actually had to go and stay with them for a while because something bad had happened and
Yeah.
she needed to, and we knew she was being taken care of.
Sometimes you just need a break. That's all. Yeah, spring. I'm glad times have
Yeah.
changed too.
Abby says everything in one channel. That's how I do my channel. I do all types of crafting and I read. Those are what I talk about on my channel.
Yeah.
Spring, I'm so glad times have changed and people are for the most part more educated. Yeah, for the most part. My
Yeah.
mother's retired LPN and back in the era it was just not understood. Yeah. I'm gonna say my cousin also later in life they decided to start fostering and they had already had 4 kids
Yeah.
and they fostered a couple of them and then they found this little girl that just took their heart and they ended up
Yeah.
adopting her. So now they're raising another child. They're like, we never thought we'd have another baby to raise because they got her as a baby and they were just, some of the things that you see when you're fostering and how the children are treated and the different things. And they were just like, we just had to give her a home. So,
I think, yeah, one of the things for me about fostering, of course, I'm older, so I'm 50, almost 4. And I was 45 when my youngest was born. So she was given to me. Her brother and her sister came to me when she was not even 10 months old. And
mm,
my issue was this. I'm almost 54. I have to think long term. What if something happened to me? Who's going to raise me and raise them? And will your family love them and accept them as your children?
right.
If something happened to you, will they raise them like? Are they going to be a burden? Or are they actually going to be your family?
I
You know
remember
what?
having those feelings and I was just with one. I can't
Yeah,
imagine it.
but
Yeah, it
yeah,
had
I
been
think
even harder.
that's something that I had to really, really consider. Well, I didn't care because they're mine,
Right,
but I do
exactly.
have to acknowledge the fact that I am 45 years older than my youngest child. So chances are, when I'm 90, when she's my age, most likely I will not be alive. I'm
Right.
fortunate; my mother's still alive, but I don't think I'm going to make it to 108. I
Well, see,
might,
and
but you never
I
know.
had to deal, kind of with that because and some people considered me selfish when we adopted
Really?
Emily because of the fact that I was sick and we didn't
Oh,
know.
no,
So is mine. And she looks at my
really.
crochet as an art form. So she
Yeah,
loves looking at my stuff that I make. But yeah, some people looked at me like I was being selfish and because I was sick. So how dare you adopt a child that somebody else
yeah,
could adopt when you're sick and you know that
yeah.
you may not, You don't know how long you have. And at that time, I honestly didn't know how long I had. I had already outlived what the doctors told me I had, though.
Yeah.
So I just have to take faith, and just go from there. And that's all you can do is, live every day, and anything can happen to anybody.
Absolutely. You're right.
And unfortunately we
So,
learned that because the incident I was talking about earlier, and people from mine know because I've talked about it, but my daughter lost her fiance. They were young. Um, he was was a year ahead of her in school. 17. He was 19, she was 17. So she was in her last year of high school, but they were just talking about getting married, and it was a really bad time. But you never know. And that was just a wake up reminder to all of us.
yeah.
That you never know. So
You don't, and you give them as much love as you can while you're here. That's all you can do. So,
exactly. Spring says, what did you just say? 50 something?
I'll be 54 next month.
I'll be 53 this year, so we're around the same age.
Yeah, that means we are Gen X. Hello. Had fun with the Gen X.
Yeah, I still can't get that song out of my head today.
Which one?
And now that you asked me, I had said it earlier. Amadeus.
I love that song by Falco. Yes. I love that song.
Have you heard of the show Dance With Me?
No.
I was talking about it on my live earlier. It's about younger kids who are dancers who are like up and coming dancers. And it's a competition show where they ask their mother or their father to dance with them on this competition show.
Oh my gosh.
And it's on Friday nights. So if you can go, if you have a way of streaming and finding it, it's on CBS. And they did through the decades. And this one was supposed to be like for the Mozart area, but you don't have to use the music from back then. You can use other music. So
they did Amadeus?
Son did Rock Me Amadeus, and it's been stuck in my head since then. And they were amazing. I think they were doing hip hop to it. They were amazing. They were like doing all the robotic stuff and everything that the song just makes you think of dancing that way. It was awesome. It was truly awesome.
Well, I might look like I'm in my 30s, but my body definitely knows I'm in my 50s. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Love is love, no matter if you're sick or not. Yes, that's true, Ray. It is. Ray says sometimes it'd be nice if people would learn from Thumper's mom. Yes. I haven't watched Bambi in a long time, but I think that's what you're referring to. You both look amazing. Thank you. Wow, ladies, you're all rocking the 50s. It's the 30s with more knowledge. Thank you.
Sure, tons more knowledge. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could do those early 30s again.
Very, very lucky that I have two parents who look a lot younger than they are. My doctor always told me you're very lucky in that. I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I haven't dyed my hair or anything, so I do have a couple of grays, but not a ton. So I'm super happy about that.
I have some in here, and I haven't dyed my hair in years, so it's
no, I don't dye it.
No. Now my husband's almost all gray, and he says that's from me. So.
Aw, you're right. Did he earn it? Make him earn it. That's what I say. Make him earn them. So
he said that but although I have to say he had some gray hair on his head when we got married. But he's 6 years older than I am.
Oh,
no big deal to me. He had a friend who said he was robbing the cradle. I said, I don't think so. Once you're out of school, 6 years is nothing.
I like it. She says it's tinsel. I have tinsel.
You have tinsel. Oh, that's cool.
We have tinsel. A little bit of tinsel.
On my mom's side of the family, the women tend to get white hair as early as in their teens.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I have two cousins who are hairdressers, and their hair always looked fabulous. And I found out from them that both of them had went white in their teens. And it's one reason they wanted to become hairdressers is because they had to dye their hair all the time. So it didn't look white.
Okay, so
Wow.
if I had my hair white, if my hair were white or even a little bit blonde, let me tell you something. It wouldn't be white and it wouldn't be brown and it wouldn't be red. It would be pink. It would be pink all the time.
I can
Wanda,
see you rocking pink hair.
yes. So I have to
Hi,
say a big
Wanda.
shout out to Wanda. Wanda, I caught up on my emails and I just listened to your story. Oh my gosh, it was the most amazing thing I heard. I actually replied back to it. It was so amazing. Miss Wanda is from Australia, so hi from
Oh,
Australia.
hi from Australia. Welcome to my life.
Ray, you're so funny.
I can't wait to go full silver. My kids help me every day to get closer to that goal. See, I
That's so
would
funny.
mind silver as long as it's silver and not gray. Although my grandma, and she's passed a while ago, she
Uh-huh.
rocked the gray hair. And her sister, my aunt, who I love to death, she rocks the gray hair. All of her sisters did. And I'm like, okay, I can handle that because they looked amazing when they had their full head of gray, silverish hair. So I can't hear anything. Oh no. I
Aw.
don't think it's coming from our end.
No, it's not. She can log out and log back in. It'll be perfectly fine. Well, we'll get her because I hope she comes back. She's an amazing person. So I am
Yeah.
having so much fun, but today is a school night, believe it or not. So I do have to get off in a few minutes. I apologize.
I was just looking at the time. I figured that you might need to. I need to take my steroids in a little bit too.
Okay.
Which means the day ones make me go woo, and then the night
Yeah.
one makes me go bam. So
Wanda, I'm so happy that you can hear now. I was saying earlier that I was so excited because I was able to get through a lot of my emails and I did listen to your story. It was amazing. And I replied to that email. So thank you so much for that story. It really was amazing. Sorry. I just had to put
oh
that in
no,
there.
that's fine. That's fine. I glad that you did that. I wanted to tell you, I mean, I have sent you a couple emails now because we were talking about this and that, and I keep on forgetting to tell you, I want to be on your card list.
Oh, okay. Do I have
I'll
your
have to
address?
send you my address. I'm
Okay.
like, oh, I keep forgetting to do that.
So I have lost my original card list. I misplaced it somewhere. So I saved every email. So I'm going through all my emails now and reorganizing the card list. So if anybody would like a card from me, I don't care where you live, I will send you. It's just a postcard. It's nothing big, it's nothing major. But I'm sick and tired of getting bills. And you know what? I don't get bills as much as I get extend your card warranty. Oh, by the way, you qualify for this loan. And oh, why don't you, get a new Visa card, a new Discover card, a new Chase card, a new whatever card in the
I don't
mail.
get calls except for those kind of calls. And
Wait,
the
you used to
one,
get calls from Natalie about your extended warranty on your car?
well, yeah, that's what I said. I don't get calls unless they're those kind of calls. I got one the other day telling me that I was behind on my taxes. I was like, oh, am I?
No,
I was like,
I got a
okay.
call.
And
Oh,
oh, we can give you we can take care of your student loan for you. I'm like, my student loan was paid 10 years ago.
thank you though.
Are you going to send me the money back for it? That would be nice. Yeah.
Lisa says my shredder is very well fed. Dame un beso.
And I get some of those in the mail, but not as many. So,
Funny. It's so
but
funny. Congratulations. You are now qualified for up your credit score. Do this, do that.
and the emails saying you have won this, just make sure to qualify. And I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't win that. No, no, no. Do not believe those because when you click, you
Uh-uh.
get hacked.
Drop
And
springs.
I used to be a
you go.
a moderator for AOL a long time ago.
No
So they
way.
gave you free AOL if you
Yeah.
were a moderator in one of their chat rooms. But you have to go through a ton of training before you do that. And the first thing that they tell you is do not click anything unless you know what you're clicking. So like
Yep.
the other day, Crystal, the Yarny Cat lady, she saw something funny. She sent me a link in my messages. I messaged her. I said, did this come from you or did you get hacked?
Oh,
She was
yeah.
like, I thought it was funny. So I sent it and I said, that's fine. I said, but I always check with everybody first now and ask them, did you send this or did you
Yeah.
possibly get hacked? Because I don't want to click anything that's going to mess up my whole computer system.
No, because I only have the one. I need it.
Okay, well, it looks like it's time to go. Somebody needs to put the kiddos to bed. Hi, by the way.
I want to say
No, she
thank you
says
so much
no.
for inviting me to your channel. I really, really appreciate it. It was gobs and gobs of fun. And if
Thank you
any
so
one
much
of
for being
you
here.
came from my channel, please hit that subscribe button for her. It would be so awesome to get her way up there.
And
You
for
don't get to talk to
anybody,
the internet that way.
and for anybody here who's from my channel and who has not seen Amber yet, you have got to go and watch her. You have got to. I just crack up laughing every time I watch one of her videos.
That's because
I
I'm
just
dumb.
wanted to say one more thing before we get out of here,
Yeah.
because I happened to watch her video earlier today. Please, everybody, send prayers out for Robin. Robin.
She sent me a picture of her positive COVID test. She sent me a picture of hers and her husband's.
Oh,
And I'm
she's
like,
positive
you
now.
got it too? Yes.
When she did her live, she wasn't. So please, everybody,
No,
pray
she
for Robin.
wasn't.
I can't think of Roaming with Rover. Please send
Yeah.
prayers to her and her husband. They're stuck quarantined on a cruise ship. They need the prayers.
And I did not mean to out her out. I thought she told everybody. I need to go apologize to her right now.
Yes, Roving with
Yeah,
Rover.
just
Well,
so you
I'm
guys
sure
know.
she would have come on and said, it's just when
Yeah,
she did her live at that point in time, she was still
she
negative.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's the last thing that I saw her put up. So I'm sure she would have come out and told us. She tells us everything. So I love her, which she will be back on my channel as well after she's
Awesome.
better and after
Well,
she's home. Because
yeah.
when we tried the last time, that's when their camper broke down on their way home and everything, and
Yeah.
we got kicked off. So she will be back on. We will have her back on. And some point in the future, I'd love to have you back again. So
Thank you. I would love to be back. And by the way, she is so funny. She is so great at lives as well. Robin is.
yes, she is. We had a fun time before she got kicked off. So
Yeah.
and if you ever want help, and if you ever decide you want to do a live, you have plenty of us out there who will help you learn how to do it. So.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We are going to leave. So thank you to everybody.
Okay.
Have a great night and we'll chat. I don't know when, but it'll be soon.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here, Amber.
All right.
Just one more thing to all you guys before you leave. Tomorrow night, AKA our second edition, will be here on my channel at 8 o'clock. So bye. It was nice meeting you.
Bye. You're going to have to boot me off because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Here we go. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.